What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the LEGO Star Wars Bespin Duel set. It is a con exclusive or Star Wars Celebration exclusive that was made available on lego.com very recently. It is now sold out, but I'm going to be taking a look at this and show you guys what we got. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so if we look at the box, you guys can see it's a very special black background, vignette type background there they've been doing on a lot of the 18 plus sets here. You guys can see on the side, you can see the 40th anniversary of the Empire Strikes Back logo right there. That's also in this set. So on the back of the box, you guys can see a frame here of the actual scene from the Empire Strikes Back. And then on the back, you can also see the entire set in another angle. So looks pretty cool there, but a really nice simple box. Really, it opens from the bottom or top. And that's about it for the box. So let's go ahead and look at the set. The set itself is actually a little smaller than I thought it would be, but it's an amazing display. So it's actually very simple and small, and I actually like that it's smaller. So it's just a very simple, compact, little scene here that they've created, and it looks pretty cool. The first thing that you'll kind of notice here is they kind of got like this black base that runs across the bottom, and it does run a little bit longer, so it balances out a little bit better, so it doesn't kind of start falling forward maybe this way. But as you guys can see, we got the 40th Empire Strikes Back logo right there. It is a sticker. I think it's the only sticker in this set, but they do put that on a little plaque there on a little bit of a hinge. Now, there is one thing that's a little strange to me, and that's the bottom of this. That's not actually flush and flat to the ground. Here we got like these pieces here on the bottom. They're just kind of pushing up the set a little bit, so the actual base of it's not sitting flat down on the actual table or its base. So that's the one thing I kind of noticed that was a little bit strange. I didn't really expect to see. Moving up, as you guys can see, we get four 2x2 bricks here that are transparent, just plain transparent. It lines up nicely, and it actually kind of goes nicely along with the edges here of the base of this whole entire display. So it's a little bit transparent just to kind of give you that illusion that there's nothing actually there and it's just this that you're looking at. So as we move up, kind of got a little bit of like a stairway and walkway right here by Vader. And then you got some of the handlebar pieces here. The railings are actually pieces that are bent just a little bit. You curve them in. They're meant to be curved in, and they go on these clips right here that clip into this section on this whole base. You can see there are some other pieces right here that are also clipped in just to kind of give it that curved look to it. So it's kind of like a curved section there that Vader is standing on, and it's copied on the opposite side there, so you kind of got that same design on both sides. On the other side though, you guys can see there is an actual special little section here that you're not supposed to really look at. This is the back side of it. So you would store the lightsaber pieces here, and so that like when you have the scene between like Luke and Vader here up top, you can put the pieces off to the side. So Luke's lightsaber is gone at this point, and Vader has his saber turned off. So that's kind of what I got the pieces there for. Now if you turn it around, you guys can see there's just a few little like cylinder pieces that are built up right here with some hill pieces down here, just to kind of give that, I guess, that extra detail that is seen in the scene. This is the part where it is like chopped off and it's all burnt right here. You guys can see that. You just got some black studs right there. It's just built up on a few bricks and clipped into the side. Pretty cool to see that. But once you actually go around and look at Luke's side here, his whole section is kind of built on two hinges. So you can push it down if you really wish to. There's no really a reason to do that, but it's actually connected with two hinges. There's two hinges right there just to kind of hold that in place. Once you do that, you kind of build it outside. It's just like off to the side here. It just kind of hangs off the side of the actual base here, and then this is where he hangs off here, looking at Vader. And with that, there's just lots of cylindrical type of designing here. It's just kind of, mimicking what we see in that scene with Luke. I don't know what a lot of these are called, like towers or poles or something like that, but it does represent and mimic exactly what we see in that scene. So really cool there. You got the little base here where Luke can actually stand on, the little base, that little ring base right there. So he stands on it and holds onto the side with his one hand. On the box, they actually show Luke like this, so you can't actually see his other hand. But if you want to pop his other hand out, you can. But that's kind of how they have it displayed, and that's kind of how I displayed it as well. Lots of different technic work within these sections right here. This isn't actually connected right here. It's actually like separated, but it's kind of made to look like it's connected right here. And yeah, there's just some unique different types of building that I've never really personally seen before, but that's kind of what you get with most sets. So yeah, I think it's really cool. It captures that scene real well. There's not a whole lot to it, but it captures the scene really well, and I just really love it. And it does cut off here, of course, so there's nothing like to add on to this or anything like that. It just straight up cuts off at this point right here, and it's just going to capture this area where they fought, and you know, that whole I am your father scene has been displayed. But yeah, I think it captures it well. It really does. And actually, there is one spot here for Vader on the top that he can stand there in his exact spot. So they did put one single stud there on these plates, and you stand him right there, and you can literally just like copy the scene and have it on display like that. And that's how I plan on having it on display, because I think it looks great that way. It looks really fantastic. So yeah, very simple little set. Let's go ahead and look at the minifigures right now. Alright, so the first minifigure here is one that we kind of see in quite a few sets now, and it's essentially the new Darth Vader with his brand new arm printing though. So that is one of the new things in 2020 here that we are seeing. So he does have his red lightsaber, and if we go ahead and take that off, we can look at the minifigure in all its glory. So again, I think it's essentially the same minifigure that we see from Darth Vader in a lot of the recent sets in recent years, with that new head, with that new helmet mold that we've seen now for many years actually. But it's the double parted headpiece there. There's that face that we have gotten for Darth Vader for many years now, and I gotta say, it looks pretty good. It looks, they don't need to really change anything all too much. Looks pretty decent. Now again, the arm printing though is something that is brand new for this year, and if we actually flip the cape up here, we can see it much better. But there's the arm printing on Darth Vader, and this is something that people are losing their minds over just a little bit here, and I think it looks fantastic. It definitely does. It's got that, like, that metallic silver look to it instead of just like a gray, so it definitely matches with his like neck plate up here on the top of his torso, so it definitely fits that real well. But yeah, the arm printing looks fantastic for this minifigure, and I definitely hope they keep using it for more minifigures. This minifigure is in the brand new Death Star Final Duel set as well. They're reusing it for this one, and I think it looks great. So there's the printing on the back of the torso there, just not as much, but just a little bit of detail there. But that's the Darth Vader for this set. On to the next. Alright, and here is Luke Skywalker in his Bespin outfit. So his Cloud City Bespin outfit here, and I think this was only available in the more expensive Cloud City set, I believe. That's what I've heard other people say. Definitely nice to get it in a $40 set, even though it is sold out now. So, but he does come with his blue lightsaber here. Take that off. You can look at the minifigure in all of its glory here. So the minifigure is really detailed actually. You got the printing there on his legs that really match well with the entire outfit. The pockets on his legs and his torso. It's all essentially the same color. You got some black and gray in there, and you got the brown belt there with his buckle in the center there, and then you got a little bit of a white shirt showing underneath, and I think it looks pretty good. There's no arm printing for this one. I've seen, you know, a few say that they would have liked to see arm printing. Personally, I don't know if you really need arm printing for this minifigure. You kind of get the idea of what his outfit is, and you don't really need that extra little bit of detail that I guess you could see. But on the back there's not a whole lot of detail, just some few wrinkled, you know, details there, and then his belt strapped through the back there. And for this minifigure, if you take his hairpiece off, you guys got this, you know, generic look of Luke, and then you got his more battled and bruised look for after or during the battle. This is what he looks like, so it's a little bit more accurate to when you see him, you know, hanging off the side of the edge there with his hand cut off. So yeah, really cool to see that. I really like that printing there. It looks nice. Nice little detail for the scene. But yeah, really good minifigure. Very decent. Alright guys, so there is the LEGO Star Wars Bespin Duel set review. Very nice set, ages 18 plus, set number 75294, and 295 pieces, so it is a little bit low on the piece count there, but I think it's definitely a great display piece and definitely worth getting if you can. I do know it's selling for quite a bit more now on other markets, so definitely pick it up now if you can. I know it's going to be a little bit more pricey, but it's a great set. It really is. So you get two very decent minifigures, and the build is just fantastic. I know this is supposed to be a convention exclusive, but I really hope LEGO does see this and just make more battle scenes like this. I know we got like Rey versus Kylo and Anakin versus Obi-Wan, but I wish we would get more like display things like this. It looks very nice. It just, the cutoff there, it captures that. It's like it's supposed to capture, it's like a frame, and it captures that exact scene in that frame of the set there. And I love it. It looks great. It really looks great. It's definitely one of my more favorite sets of the year, until the Razor Crest, of course, when I get that. But yeah, this is definitely a great set of the year, one of my favorites for sure. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys in my next one.